All right, good morning, guys. All right, so this one was a choppy one. This one was very, very choppy. So I'm going to explain my train of thought, and then you guys can kind of see how I ended up. Um, Actually, let me pull this up really quickly so you guys can see. Um, so you guys can kind of see I ended up with 3360 today, under 10 minutes. Let's close this out. But here's what was happening. Like, this one made a huge move. You can see it went from $4. It's very strong. So I thought maybe it was gonna go to that 1081 area. If you guys look at some of my past videos, you can understand why I thought that it was gonna go to 1081. So of course, if I know it's this strong, because it's been doing this much of a move all day, all morning, of course, I'm going to try to jump in early for the break of go time. So I jumped in here. It started going up, and I figured, wow, I'm in a good position. It's going to break, and I'm going to make a ton of money. So it didn't do that. It dropped down. So, of course, when it dropped down, I got to get a better average because now I don't have any choice. I'm pretty much down, and I don't want to take a big loss. So I double up. So thinking, okay, if it just goes back halfway, then I'm good, right? If it just goes back halfway, then at least I'll break even, or at least, I won't take a big loss. So then it pops up really high. So I know this is a resistance area. You guys should know gold time is a resistance area as well. So quickly, I'm going to sell right there. And as soon as I'm thinking that it's going to go above here, I'm going to buy. So then volume starts kicking in. Volume starts kicking in. And so right here, I jump back in expecting it to break again because I'm seeing, all this volume coming in. So now I'm expecting it to break and it just doesn't break. So at this time, the EMAs are out over here. So it drops down. So I bought right here to soften the blow. And then, of course, it drops back down here. And I bought here again. So now I'm thinking, okay, if it goes up, halfway or close to halfway, I'll just sell. And then as soon as it popped up halfway, I sold, right? So just to soften the blow, I had to size down, right? So then I see it starts picking back up again. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's just doing a red to green move. Maybe it's going to explode. So then I jump in right here, and then it starts going up, and I'm like, yes, I'm in a good position now. It's going to explode. It's going to break right through, and then it starts going down again. So I quickly bought right here again off the EMA. And, if it went down here, I was going to add again. But then this time it decided to pop back up. And now I'm like, okay, so it's going to break. It's going to break. Um, um, but I know it had problems right here. It had problems right here. And it had problems right. And I know it's going to have problems right here because this candle had the same issue. So as soon as it got to this level, I told myself I'm just going to sell. And then if it breaks above here, then I'll jump back in. And as you can see, that was the right decision because I could see it like it's having issues. It's been having issues right around this area for a long time. That 950 area is having a hard time over 950. So you can see right here is hitting the same point. Right here is basically hitting the same point. Right here, right here, right here. It went a little bit lower. So I figured as soon as it gets to this area, I'm just going to sell. I know some people held the bag thinking it's going to explode. But me, I wanted to be sure because it failed right here, failed right here, failed right there, failed right there. So I felt that it was going to fail again because typically after the third time, it normally does the same thing. Um, you know, if it doesn't do it a third time around, which is this is one, this is two, this is three. If it doesn't do it the third time around, typically after the third time, it's probably gonna fail, and that's how I felt. So I just sold quickly right there, and then it took a dump. So at that point, I was like, man, this thing is too choppy for me. I can't keep doing this. So I pretty much turned everything off. I did end up with 3360. So I did hit my goal, and that's all that matters, anyways. But yeah, man, this one was very, very choppy. I took a lot of risk. Again, this is not the usual strategy. This right here is taking a lot of risk. So typically, I'm never jumping in unless it starts going above go time. And if I do jump in early, I'm typically selling right about where it's about to run into an issue here. Sometimes I'll hang on to it to see if it goes above it. And then if it doesn't go above it, as soon as I see it start going down, then I'll sell. At least that way, I jumped in early. And if I do sell, I'll sell somewhere around here if it starts heading down. Because as soon as it starts approaching here, I'm selling. Um, but, today I took a lot of risk. Again, when you start having more capital to play with, you start taking more risk, which is not a good thing. But at the end of the day, you gotta take some risks. You gotta take some high risks in order to make more income. You guys can see like way back in my past videos, I used to make like $200 a day, $150 a day, $200. I used to be happy, but now look at the numbers that I'm pushing. 3 grand. Why? Because I'm able to buy more shares. Because I'm able to buy more shares and sell more. And then I'm not really like I'm at a comfortable level to where if I lose a lot, it's not gonna change my lifestyle. So to me, it doesn't. I could take the higher risk. I could buy two times, 3 times. But starting out, I wouldn't recommend you guys doubling up and sizing down. No, it's not a good thing. If you're in a small account, just don't do that. Just take the surefire trades, or it's just as you grow, you take more risk because if you lose some capital, it's not a big deal anymore. You know what I mean? But in the beginning, if you lose some capital, it's a very big deal. So, um, just it's a tough game, but once you kind of like, I guess I don't have like when I started out, I used to have like a little bit of a fear, and I was always afraid of losing money, but I don't have that fear anymore. I don't like I'm way past the money stage, and now it's just like a game to me. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this one short. If you guys have any questions, comment below. Also, trade ideas. How am I finding these stocks? You guys already know. Uh, trade ideas, MEDS, right there. So it's telling me which ones are the hot ones, right here. So you can see MEDS up 103%. So it was above 100% this morning. So of course I'm gonna take a look at it. I mean, look at the chart. It just looks very strong anyway. So it started out with at four something dollars, at $4, a little bit above four, and then it went all the way up to 9. So this thing was strong. So of course I'm gonna look at it. But yeah, trade ideas link is below. If you guys want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe to that. And if you guys want this layout, I'll go ahead and throw that in for free. I normally charge for it, but I'll toss it for free if you guys use my link to sign up for Trade Ideas. It is an affiliate link, but I only push things that I actually use. So this is a very good tool to have. I wouldn't be able to do a lot of what I do without this. So I mean, I could do it without it. Don't get me wrong. I am the greatest, but you know, this right here, uh, it's a good tool to have. You know, I could build a pool with my bare hands, but if I have, you know, a tractor, I could probably do it quicker. But you got to get the right tools for the right job. All right, guys. All right, man. So I'll chat with you guys another day. Keep this one short. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Talk to you guys another day.